Life after 60 is often described as the golden years, a time for peace, reflection, and living at your own pace. It's a stage where the pressure of career and raising children typically eases, and you finally have time to prioritize yourself. But there's something most people don't talk about enough: how your relationships, especially with relatives, can either nourish your peace or slowly drain it. When you cross 60, your mental, emotional, and even physical well being becomes more sensitive to external influences. That's why it becomes crucial to be selective about the people you surround, especially family. And yes, that includes relatives you may have grown with or supported all your life. Now, this might sound harsh. After all, family is family, right? But the truth is, not all relatives have your best interests at heart. Some bring nothing but drama, guilt, stress, or even manipulation. And holding on to these toxic ties just because of tradition or obligation can seriously affect your peace of mind in your later years. So, let's talk about the six types of relatives you should absolutely avoid, or at the very least, keep at a healthy distance once you cross the age of 60. Let's begin with the first one: the constant critic. This is the relative who always finds something wrong with you. No matter what you do or say, they always have a comment, a judgment, or a piece of unsolicited advice ready. You could be wearing something nice, sharing an idea, or talking about your hobbies, and they'll somehow find a way to belittle you. They might say things like, "At your age, you shouldn't be doing this," or "Why do you waste time with such things?" It's always masked as concern, but in reality, it chips away at your confidence. After 60, you need encouragement, not criticism. You deserve to explore life, hobbies, and experiences without someone making you second guess yourself. The constant critic makes you feel like you are never enough, and honestly, you have spent enough of your life trying to please others. Now's the time to please yourself. These critics rarely change, and their negativity can slowly turn into internal self doubt. So, the best thing to do is set firm emotional boundaries or step back completely if their presence consistently leaves you feeling drained or inadequate. Let's move on to the second type: the financial leech. This one's more common than you think. This is the relative who always seem to be in some kind of financial trouble. They call you when they need help paying rent, funding a business idea, or just until next month. And because you are seen as the elder or someone who is financially stable, they assume you will always be there to bail them out. Now, don't get me wrong, helping family in genuine emergencies is one thing, but being used is another. At this stage in life, your focus should be on securing your retirement, enjoying your savings, and being able to live comfortably without unnecessary financial stress. You are not an ATM. You are not a retirement plan for others. You have worked hard for what you have, and constantly giving in to guilt trips or sob stories can leave you vulnerable to financial insecurity in the future. Plus, these leeches rarely stop. The more you give, the more they expect. And if you ever say no, suddenly you are labeled as selfish or ungrateful. It's a vicious cycle. Protect your finances. Be kind but firm. Your peace is priceless. Now, let's talk about the third type: the drama magnet. You know exactly who this is. The cousin who always brings family gossip, the sibling who starts fighting at every gathering, or the aunt who turns every small issue into a major scandal. These people live and breathe drama, and somehow they always pull others into it. After 60, your nervous system doesn't need this constant chaos. Stress affects your body differently. It shows up in your blood pressure, your sleep, your digestion, your heart. And spending time around someone who's always stirring the pot does nothing but make you anxious. What's worse, they often enjoy playing people against each other. They plant seeds of doubt, spread rumors, or say one thing to your face and another behind your back. It's exhausting and it never ends. You may feel obligated to attend family events or stay in touch. But ask yourself, how do you feel after interacting with them? If the answer is drained, angry, or stressed, it's time to take a step back. You can still love your family and choose peace. Silence is often the best response to chaos. Moving on to the fourth type, the manipulator. This one is sneaky. This relative may appear kind on the surface, but their intentions are always self serving. They use guilt, emotional blackmail, or subtle mind games to get what they want. They might say things like, "After all I have done for you," or "You don't care about family anymore now that you're old." These words are designed to make you feel guilty for living your own life, setting boundaries, or saying no. After 60, you have earned the right to say no without explanation. You have earned the right to protect your energy. Manipulators often prey on your sense of loyalty, especially in cultures where respecting elders or prioritizing family is deeply ingrained. But respect is a two-way street. Manipulators don't respect your boundaries, they just want control. So be vigilant. Trust your instincts. If someone's presence makes you feel trapped, guilty, or confused about your choices, that's a red flag. You don't owe anyone access to your inner peace. Now comes the fifth type, the competitor. This might sound odd, but yes, some relatives will still try to compete with you even after 60. They'll compare whose children are more successful, who has a better house, who travels more, or even who looks younger. It's always a game of one upmanship, and if you're not careful, you'll find yourself feeling inadequate over things that don't even matter. You are not in a race, you are in a stage of life where you should be celebrating your journey, not comparing it. This type of relative thrives on making others feel small. They often speak in a subtle tone of superiority. They don't celebrate your wins, they try to outshine them. They don't listen to your stories, they just wait for their turn to speak about themselves. These comparisons may have started years ago, but if they continue into your senior years, it's time to disengage. Life is not a competition, especially not at this age. Let them run their race while you walk your peaceful path. Now, you might be thinking, what if these people I live with, what if I can't cut them off? That's a very real concern. In such cases, the key is boundaries. You can't always choose who's in your family, but you can choose how much power they have over your emotions. Practice saying no. Practice stepping away from toxic conversations. Practice not answering every call. You don't need to explain your boundaries to anyone. You don't need to stick to them. Your peace, your joy, your health, all of that becomes more precious as you age. And yet, we often compromise all of it in the name of family. We let relatives invade our space, drain our energy, and guilt us into obligations we no longer want or need. This isn't about being selfish. This is about self preservation. When you turn 60, you enter a new chapter, one where you have seen enough, felt enough, and hopefully learned enough to know what truly matters. And peace, above all else, matters. Protect it, guard it like the treasure it is. Let your golden years actually feel golden. Spend time with people who uplift you, who appreciate you, and who bring genuine joy into your life. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the obligation. Let go of the illusion that you owe your suffering to someone else's comfort. Because you don't. Your time is valuable, your energy is sacred, and your peace is non negotiable. So, as you move forward, remember this: distance is not disrespect, silence is not anger, and boundaries are not rejection. They are simply tools for choosing your well being. You have spent decades showing up for others. Now it's time to show up for yourself. You deserve a peaceful heart, a quiet mind, and a joyful soul. And sometimes all it takes is letting go of the wrong people. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.